everyone, just thought I'd catch up. Been camping for a couple of days, going home tomorrow. One of my friends bought a van caravan, nice little caravan, really nice. It belonged to one of my friends, Gail, and she used to come camping with me in it, but just due to circumstance she just can't do it at the moment, so she thought she'd sell it on and let someone else enjoy it. And my friend Julie, that also comes camping with me, she wanted to buy something, and she finally decided that she'd like a little caravan. So I went with Julie when she went to have a look at it, to commiserate with poor Gail and to be happy and excited for Julie. And it's a nice little camper, so she's got it out here now, and she's enjoying it. Very neat, very tidy. Gail's looked after it really well. We haven't been doing a lot of relaxing, and where to put it? And I started a new crochet project. I'm doing a turtleneck jumper or sweater. So far I've crocheted, since I've learnt to crochet, I've crocheted some dog jumpers, a hat, a cardigan with a hood, a cardigan without a hood, and a big winter jacket. So this will be my first jumper. Yeah, so I thought I'd catch up and say hello and just touch base, because I haven't actually been posting much lately, other than the wooden ship cruise and the day out with the dogs on the steam train. They were both fun days. And just looking at yourself when you're videoing, you look at yourself in the video and you pick faults, and I guess we're all our own worst critics. I look at mine and I think, who is that woman, and what has she done with my body? It just makes you think of the stages of life, like coming into the world, and not to be crude, but we come into the world, I guess, in a form of a box, and we go out of the world in a box. They say once a man, twice a child, so you're coming into the world relying on everyone, with wearing nappies and diapers if you're in America, having to be fed. And if you're lucky enough to get to that age, that's what happens as you're getting towards the end of your life. You're wearing nappies and in some cases having to be fed. That's a sad part of life, but that's what happens. Lots of things in between, of course, from being a little baby, and it amazes me that mums still teach their baby, they just want their babies to say mum or mummy first, and I think that they should teach them to say dad or daddy, because then when they're singing out for things like dad, dad, daddy, 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 2 o'clock in the morning, daddy, their mum can say, no, she or he wants you, singing out for you, not me. So then they can go. It's like doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Like the lady that was coming home from work, and she saw a man, he was on the roof of a building, and the police were trying to talk him down, and sadly he jumped. She went home and she was upset. She told a friend about it, and friend gave her a hug and everything. And anyway, the story came on the news, and a friend called her out, and she came out and sat and watched it, and she just got upset all over again. Her friend said, but you knew he was going to jump. She said, yeah, but I didn't think you'd do it the second time. So it's like that. It's like doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So it just doesn't happen that way. You grow into little kids, like little toddlers and 3-4-year-olds. They say the cutest things, and sometimes they say the most inappropriate things in the most inappropriate places. Well, that's just funny. And then where you get to go to school, and a lot of us just don't like school and can't wait to get out of it. And then when you finish school, you think, oh, that was the best years of your life, once you just really stop and think about it. You go through an awkward stage of growing up, you're all lanky and long face and all teeth, and then you grow out of that as you grow into your features, and then you turn into a teenager. Moody teenagers, hormones and everything. And the girls, some are pressured into losing their virginities, and at first they're like, oh wow, I'm a woman, and then they go, oh, I can't get it back, I should never have done that, I should have saved it. And the boys, they lose their virginity and they go, oh. No, they don't. They go, yes, next. Such a difference between males and females when it comes to hormones. Our bodies change as a teenager and develop. Girls grow breasts and hair, and boys grow other things and hair. Oh, no, they're born with them, but you know what I mean. And anyway, girls, you see the girls full of confidence walking down the street, walking so their boobs are jiggling along, and you just think, yeah, if someone drove past and said, show us your boobs, they'd be like, yeah, in your dreams, I know they're good, but you're not seeing them. Sometimes as you get older, it's just like someone says, show us your boobs, you think, oh wow, someone still wants to see my boobs, I'll just lift my t-shirt up. It could be worse though, you could have to lift your skirt up. Just things start heading south. It's just a natural part of life, isn't it? And then we get married, or partners, have kids. You might have 3 kids. Some women think, well, they have 3 kids. They're biological kids, and then they've got an extra kid, which is normally the kid's dad. So, and then it could be the other way around though. I mean, things are changing these days. You walk down the street like as a young person, a woman in her early 20s, late teens, early 20s, and walking down the street full of confidence, and so they should really. And like for me, I can get dressed up and think, gee, I don't look too bad, and then I'll be walking down the street, I'm ironing this, and then I think I'll just check myself in the reflection in the window, and you look and you go, oh, shouldn't have wore this today. But then you get, on the other hand, you get the guy walking down the street, the pot belly, wearing his thongs or his flip-flops. I don't mean thongs as in the underwear thongs, I mean the ones on your feet, or flip-flops as the Americans call them, walking down the street, and he sees a pretty young girl checking him out, and he's like, yeah, get in line. I know. And the girl's actually just staring at the stain on his shirt, thinking, gee, I hope my dad never lets himself go like that. You gotta watch that though, because today there's lots of peer pressure, and there's lots of social media pressure, and sleazy men on social media as well. I wish there was an answer to that. And then you have your kids. As you get older, you notice your body, and you notice things changing. Like my friend and I heard some girls, they probably would have been early 20s, talking about getting wrinkles. And, oh, I saw a line. And I always told that your face is like a road map of your life. And I'm thinking, well, if that's the case, I'm sure that was the Google mapping car with a video on top driving around my eyes the other day. Putting up street names, probably. Sexy suspenders, just to look sexy when we're younger, and then as we're older, I guess we'd be hoping that someone could make suspenders to hold the skin up on your legs to stop it from pulling around your ankles. That'd be handy. So much to look forward to. So much. And then aprons. You wear aprons for cooking, and some people wear aprons again to be sexy for their partner. And apparently when women go through, I think it happens to men too actually, women go through menopause, men go through menopause, and then you get a different sort of apron which isn't so sexy or flattering. It's where the belly hangs over like your lower part of your tummy, like an apron. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then of course there's the muffin top. I mean, who hasn't had a muffin top in their time? I'm sure we've all had one. Oh well, maybe not all of us, but and cellulite, I'm hoping that one day cellulite becomes really popular. Like sexy, you're sexy, the more cellulite you've got, the sexier you are to be like, oh look at her cellulite, I want cellulite like that. Wow. You never know, it could happen. It could happen. And we get older and we lose our hearing and our eyesight. Oh, so much to look forward to. So much to look forward to. But you should, just makes you realise that you should take advantage of every day. Do what you want to do. Don't live your life for somebody else. You always take into consideration people that you love and people that you're with. But you can't base your life on and make every decision, you know, without thinking about yourself. Life's too short not to try new things and to do things you've always wanted to do, because otherwise you get to that age where you just can't do it. You just can't physically do it, or sometimes you can't emotionally or mentally do it. So you are better off to do it while you can. Don't think about it too long, just do it. That's what I've started doing anyway. So that's, I've enjoyed this camping trip. Like I just needed that little bit of downtime, and there'll be more to come. And hopefully I'll video more next time. It's just that when you're just having a nice relaxing time with your friends, you don't want to be whipping the camera out, videoing everything, you know, setting the camera up for this and that. It's easy to do that when I'm on my own, to be honest. But yeah, if anything else happens, I was going to go fishing, but I got too lazy. If I thought I could get out of bed early enough, I'd do it in the morning, but I might get it. I'll have to try to catch a fish at least once before I go home. We have to be out by 12, so I've got a little bit of time in the morning. Anyway, it's a nice clear night. There's no wind, or I don't think there's any. I can't hear any. And yeah, it's been lovely. So nice talking to you all again. If you think about anything else that happens in life, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you've got dreams, you know, what you'd like to do, leave a comment again. I'd love to hear what your future plans or your wanna-be plans would be. Anyway, I'll show you these kids. They're both ready for bed, and I think I am too. Okay guys, good night. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, click the notification button, you know, ring that bell. Alright, I'll see you all later. Bye.